Hi, I'm Mike Marino, and this is a brand new episode of Live from My Mother's Basement. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Live from My Mother's Basement. Now, obviously, we're not in my mother's basement. However, this is, I would say, my second favorite location to do a podcast. We are on the brand new ultimate ship called the Star of the Seas. This is Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. The ship went out 35 days ago for the first time ever. And the first comedians to be performing on this ship is this young man, myself, and another comedian named Simeon Kirklees. So welcome to the show right now, my man, Tyrone Hawkins. What's up, man?
Thank you, man. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, you know, in the showbiz world, sometimes, well, a lot of the times, we admire other comedians. We watch them on stage. We laugh our asses off. You got good chemistry, and this happens to be one of those guys. Met you a long time ago. How long ago I meet you?
It's been almost 2 years.
Is it 2 years I met you?
Yeah.
What ship were we actually on?
I feel like it was either Allure or Utopia or The Wonder.
Could be almost anyone.
It's all a blur to me now.
Yeah.
Like,
we entertain on ships. This is a great comedy club. Seats about maybe 250. Most of them seat about 250, 300, depending on what ship you're on. And also we get to perform in the theater, which we did a couple of nights ago. And it was probably 1,000 people watching the show.
Yeah. That room sits 1,400.
Is it 1,400?
The place was packed.
It was packed, and you know, you're doing a comedy concert in the middle of the ocean. But we met some time ago, hit it off. I watch him perform. I laugh my ass off. All his material's fantastic. So we finally had the opportunity to do a little podcast, get him on the show, and find out where his career began. We might have to talk just a little bit louder because the microphone's all the way over there. So if you would, we can even lean in just a little.
Okay.
Where are you born and raised?
My parents are from North Carolina. They moved to Cincinnati after they got married, after my father got out of Vietnam. They moved to Cincinnati, Ohio. That's where I was born and raised.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah. Mom, she's an educator. She's retired now. Pops is a retired truck driver. And they still in Cincinnati.
What's it like growing up in Cincinnati? I don't know anything about Cincinnati, Ohio. However, they do say there's a big Italian population.
Man, Cincinnati is very diverse. I'm from the east side, Madisonville. And it's a good place to, even to this day, to raise your kids or have a family, man. It's still one of the cheaper areas in the Midwest. But, you know, everybody's price coming up now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They're very metropolitan. You got Procter & Gamble there, Clear Channel, you know.
When I think of Cincinnati, Ohio, I think snow. Is it really
seasonal.
cold?
It's very seasonal, man. We get out. We get hot when it's summer. Fall is the most beautiful. Winter time, it can be hit or miss.
Yeah?
Yeah. But you can get a foot of snow. In springtime, you know.
Good people,
raining.
all American.
Yeah, well, you know, so Ohio, that's the Bible Belt, man. So
Right.
Yeah. You got I remember when I was a kid and I saw my first group of people riding on horses and the horse and buggies. It's still to this day, same thing.
Really?
If you go north, yeah, right.
Cincinnati, Ohio, what is that? The Amish?
Yeah.
They got Amish out there?
And the Mennonites.
The Mennonites.
Yeah.
I heard the name, but I don't even know exactly what that is.
Best builders. So our neighborhood has recently received its coffee shops and curbs now.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, they came to town and started building up like, we got it. We'll take it from here. Yep.
Hey, I'm sure they're kind, caring people just out to take care of their own.
Yeah. I seen a couple of them on the cell phone, man.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. I was like,
Imagine that.
got an iPhone.
An Amish person. Get that Uber here. My horse broke down. No kidding. So let's suppose now, what age were you at when you thought, you know what, I want to be in showbiz?
So this is what happened. I'll tell you. My mom, she's an educator, so she sent us, me and my brother and my sister, Catholic school. We started out at St. Mark's. Then we went to St. John Vianney, Curé of Ars. By the end of the 6th grade, she told me, there's a school for the creative and performing arts. I want you to audition to get in there. Does that sound like something you'd like to do? And I'm like, yeah, you know.
Really? How old were you?
I was 11. And you had to audition to get in. I like to draw ever since I was a little kid. I had some drawing capabilities.
Skills.
Had skills, man. And I remember taking my art portfolio in there. They looked at all my artwork. So for a child to have that much, I had 2 portfolios. They was like, man, he really likes to draw. So I passed that one. Then you got to take singing. I passed that one. Then you had to do acting. I passed that one. Creative writing and dance. I didn't pass dance. I like to dance, but that was ballet. So I was like, I don't think that's for me.
You got to wear a dance belt. It goes right up your ass. I took basic ballet when I was 18
Did you?
in school.
Looking back, I should have took it. I'd probably be able to dunk at 5'3.5" inches. I would have been a bad man. But yeah, so I got accepted into that school, man. And the first thing that happened to me, I was called down out of class, and I was selected to audition for a stage play at Lockamedia Dinner Theater in Franklin, Ohio. And the play was called Shenandoah. They wanted me to play a part.
It's a musical?
Mm-hmm. That's where it all began. My first paid gig.
At 11?
Backstage performance, 11 years old. People was laughing at everything I said.
Really?
Yeah, man. And it never stopped. I got paid. That's why I was like, I got paid, man. So I was a paid actor. And then by 12, I was on the Oliver tour, going all around the country.
Get the hell out of here. I didn't know any of this. Oliver, the musical?
The musical
So you
stage
sang?
play. I was one of the 3.
That's all right. It's my phone. Who'd you play in Oliver?
I played a pickpocket. One of Oliver's pickpocket buddies.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So I only know the movie. I never saw the play. So you see the movie, of course, it was great musical. It was probably one of the greatest musicals of all time, Oliver Twist. And then there was the guy, the Artful Dodger.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of the kids.
Yeah.
So you were in that realm of those guys?
Yeah.
And you sang all those songs?
I sang and danced all around the stage,
That is
man.
badass, man.
Yeah. And then after that one, it just kept on going, man. We came home from that tour, and then I was on a stage play at Riverbend Theater with Johnny Bench, the baseball player.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Reds. And one of the cast members from WKRP. Then we went to television commercials, public school commercials and stuff like that. And it just kept going. Like every year I was in 1 or 2 stage plays. So I learned how to act. I learned stage blocking from the arts director at the school was a professional, Jack Loiseau. He was a professional, and we had professional actors training. So we would be in acting labs and everything. So I learned the craft, man.
That's young.
It's very young. Yeah, I was a child actor.
No shit.
Yeah. And
so
then
these plays, were those plays union plays? What is it called? AEA or something like that?
We were in union and non-union theaters. We were, looking back on it now, man, you know, as a kid, you're just going along. But now I'm like, I've been in the biggest theaters in the, in the country. Like,
yeah. So what they do, pull you out of school?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have tutors and chaperones that go with you while you're out on tour.
So you were like a real legit kid actor.
Yeah, I got it in the agencies, in the acting agencies. And learned how to professionally audition for TV and stage. Picked it back up with stand-up comedy at 31. I lived in a household where my moms and pops, my mother was like, you got to go to college, and my dad was like, you got to get a job. And so I went to college in North Carolina Central University and got on drumline. I learned how to do a paradiddle. I learned one of my rudiments, and that was just good enough to get in there. I had just enough rhythm and drum skills to get the snare, be on snare line.
No shit.
Yeah.
All right, so wait a minute now.
Fun, man.
One of the greatest movies of all time, I think, is actually called Drumline.
Drumline.
If you're
That's
into,
exactly what it was like to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you had to battle it out to get to a snare or a bass or a tom-tom. Junior high and high school, I was all about the drums, and we didn't call it drumline. Yeah. They call it, just part of the band. They didn't consider it a drumline until I was a senior. The percussion was always part of the band.
Yeah.
Most big marching bands, the drumming's basically segregated from the band, and they're their own little entity. Yeah. They rehearse on their own. They come up with their cadences on their own, and it's just really cool shit. So I guess that movie was called Drumline.
Yeah, so in the Black Southern HBCUs, that's like a real big deal.
It's unbelievable what they can do, man.
Dude, we was throwing sticks, spinning, putting them behind your back.
Even to this day, when you watch drumline competitions, these guys are vicious.
Yeah.
How fast, and they stay steady. They keep their it's just unbelievable. Watch. Yeah. I guess that movie was called Drumline.
Yeah, Nick Cannon's
It was two colleges that competed, but they really exist.
So kind of so North Carolina Central University and North Carolina A&T University, we were rivals. A&T was a real school. I think they used that name in the movie. I don't know if they had any disclaimer for their drumline. I can't remember right now, man.
But that's what you were in?
Yeah, I was in that. Yeah,
that is fucking badass.
Yeah, man, that was a lot of work. One paradiddle. I was the worst drummer too.
Really?
Yeah, we had They had a drum instructor come to our school. I remember he pulled up in a Mercedes Benz. His name was Daryl Spellman. The coldest drummer I've ever seen. I think he actually even coached Duke's drumline.
Oh, no kid.
This guy was bad, man. Every time you see, he told us to, every time I see you, your sticks better be in your hands. So we had to just walk 24 hours, every class we went to, man. But after a while, you learn and you're like Bruce Lee and the nunchucks, man. You just be bad. And your rhythm gets time. And then you learn how to play the drums and walk and march. And then you learn how to play the drums and dance. That's when
those schools were just unbelievable. Yeah. And if you watch on the internet now, there's this the military schools or the military percussionists. They're just so tight and shoulder to shoulder that they hit each other's drums and do all of that. It's just unbelible.
Yeah.
But that's really, really great, man. And that's showbiz in a way.
Yeah. Musically, during that time. So I was 17 when I went to college, 19 when I dropped out. I did it for 2 years because I wanted to get in the music business. So
you basically been in show business your entire life.
Yeah. Man.
So at 19, what was the music business? You wanted to sing?
So what happened was 19, I was singing and rapping. And then I learned how to get into the producing side of it. A guy I know came to me. His name is Dave Lynch. So Dave came to me. We was both like 19. He already was in the band. And that band was a group called Shade. They was in Cincinnati, a group called Shade. Now, Cincinnati's known for some real funky bands.
Right.
Ohio Players, Midnight Star, Bootsy Collins from Bootsy's Rubber Band. You just had a lot of.
Bootsy Collins was that bass player who came up with that
he's a
specific riff that was famous.
Yeah, man.
I forgot what that was called.
He's a funk bass artist. James Brown brought him on.
Oh, is that right?
In the game and told him how to.
Groove is in the high.
Grooves in the Heart.
Grooves in the Heart.
With,
Grooves in the Heart.
You remember that song?
Yeah.
That
And he
was
had
out
those
in
big
about
glasses.
89, 90 back then.
What a great tune.
Yeah. So before that, he was working with George Clinton in the Parliament Funkadelics.
Oh, that's right.
That's who he was in that group, man. And I got to meet him and go over his house and got to just hang out and sit in the sessions and listen. Sometimes we get to go and he'd give us a couple pieces of equipment. First, he gave us a 4-track cassette. and then Lynch got a vocoder from me. And I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. That's where it all began, man. So we started making music. Once that music started, then we started figuring out how to perform and everything live. Got our stuff together. Then we started shopping around for record deals. Long story short, we didn't know enough about the business to ever get signed, but we had a couple good attorneys and record labels looking at us. And then, by the time it was all said and done, after we had set our studios up and everything, and got nice little clientele renting out time. After we was done we were the first people to burn CDs. You remember CD burners?
Sure, of course.
Yeah, so we made a little money. But by that time, that's when Napster came out and ruined the whole game. Next thing you know, it was over, dude.
I was trying to explain the Napster thing to some younger kids when they're just snatching up everybody's work and putting it out on the internet. Because now anybody could do almost anything with anybody's stuff.
Internet was brand new then.
Yeah, Napster. Wasn't that like one dude who started that whole thing?
Yeah.
Napster.
I'm glad he did it too, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because all the music is free now, which is where it should be.
Yeah.
People, we make our living off our talent, but at the same time, you and I both understand that it's to be given away for joy and love.
Right.
And it makes people happy. But, I mean, there's nothing wrong with making a living out of it. But a lot of people are flooding up the game because they're trying to make a living off of it, and they ain't got the talent.
No. There's a lot
jamming it up.
There's a lot of garbage out there, man.
There's a lot of garbage music out there. A lot of garbage actors.
Yep.
A lot of garbage comedians.
Influencers.
It's a lot of garbage, everybody, every genre or every workforce.
Yeah.
But in the entertainment business, it looks really easy to do. Acting looks easy to do. If you're an experienced actor, you make it look easy.
They make it look easy.
Music looks like, I would love, who wouldn't want to just play the guitar or the drums for the rest of their life? So it looks easy, but people don't know how much work it takes to get how far you got to go. And the longer we go, the less work it takes. Because now you can make music by pushing a button. You don't have to have the talent anymore.
That's what I always say. Sometimes when we're on these ships and they're playing this boom, 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 I feel like saying to the DJ, didn't you have anything else? You're driving me nuts.
Well, yeah, because you're getting old, man.
Yeah.
You're getting old, bro.
Yeah, but then nobody out there dancing.
Ain't nobody
listening to
dancing.
that. It's crap.
I remember in your set you were saying you never thought you would see the day where you, how you say
Kids today, the way things used to be. Yeah, I didn't. I sound like my father.
Yeah. It's because you know where the foundation of it came from. A real guy was playing the beat.
Yeah.
He was actually playing the drums. And that takes skill, bro. They ain't got to play the drums. They can just hit a button and then sync it up and loop it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real easy now. So and you can get the money quick and easy now if you got the computer skills.
So when you stopped doing the music business, then what?
Okay, interesting story. 2001, I had just made a new album.
As a singer?
As a producer.
Oh, okay.
So think of it as like somebody like Jermaine Dupri or Ludacris or Kanye West, where they did everything themselves.
Right.
That's what I did. And I work with other artists and stuff too. So me and this other artist named Drano.
Drano?
Drano.
Drano.
Dreno.
Drano.
Drano is he's still a good friend of mine too, man. He's still also in the entertainment industry as a producer.
Right.
But me and Drano, we produced an album and we drove down to LA. We just going down looking for publishing and Drano looks over, he's like, "There's Dr. Dre." And I was like, "Yeah, it is Dr. Dre." Drano gets out, takes our demo tape and gives it to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre drives away. About 6 months later, I hear some music that sounds like ours. and I got out of the music business after that.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, this
Wow.
ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
At least I know I got what it takes. But after that, I just went to work. I had a new little family that I was starting, So I was like, man, let me go to work. I'll do the music for fun. And then comedy came along and it didn't cost anything. You don't need equipment. You don't need to buy any samplers or keyboards or guitars.
How did stand-up come around?
I was working on military housing out in Washington State.
As a what?
I was supervising in
A construction?
labor. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, let me back up a little bit. I'll tell you how I got out there. After my record deal, hopes fell apart in Cincinnati. I had just got back from New York. I had a shady manager named Bruce. Bruce had got our albums that I produced, me and 2 other groups, and got a hold of a guy named Jimmy Starks, who was A&R in New York at Columbia Records.
Right.
He liked the stuff. They took us to New York. And then on the way back home, he was acting funny, like, dude, what happened? What did he say, this and that and that? I didn't get to talk to anybody. Never met the guys or anything. Nothing ever happened. So I took it upon myself to call the Columbia Records and ask to speak to the guy. He's like, "Yeah, I got stuff. I like it. I really like it." I'm like, "So what do we do now?" He's like, "Dude, I can't even have this conversation with you. You need some management." And I could never get any management. In Cincinnati during that time, rap music was considered all gangster rap, whether you were doing it or not.
Right.
The entertainment lawyers ain't messing with you unless you got the retainer money. And I definitely didn't have the retainer money. My buddy, roommate from college, I was on drumline and he was in the band. He was a trumpet player, my buddy Cliff.
Right.
He was married to a woman who was in the Air Force, and they got stationed at McCord Air Force Base in Washington State, in Lakewood, Washington. He was like, "Come out here, I can help you get a publishing deal." I was like, "I'd like the publishing deal, Got out of there. I think I left Cincinnati in 98, the end of 98. Got out of there and never looked back, man. Just got in my truck, drove to Washington from Cincinnati, slept on Cliff and his wife's couch for a couple months. The next thing you know, I was in Puyallup, Washington. Got a job doing asbestos abatement. It paid a lot of money in prevailing wage, so I was like, "Give it here, I'll do it." Plus, I know construction and demo through working as a young man.
Right.
Got on doing the work and everything. Was working my way up. Got up to supervisor and became supervisor over military housing over McCord Air Force Base, Fort Lewis Army Base, and Jackson Park Naval Base, Bremerton, Washington, Bangor Naval Base. Was driving out to Bangor Naval Base on 9/11 in a white box van.
Oh, wow.
Longest day of my life, man.
I'll say.
Yeah. They
That's
saw
some
me.
scary shit.
Man, they saw me, and next thing you know, they closed the gate behind me. I was locked in the Bangor Naval Base. They had bomb-sniffing dogs out on me on the truck. The little mirror they look under.
Yeah.
I was scared. I didn't know what was going on. Then I got word back that the Twin Towers had been hit. I'm like, man. So needless to say, work was over with after that. So I was just going to the bar drinking every day.
Oh, no.
Playing pool.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
So where'd the stand-up come in?
One day this guy comes in and I'm playing pool with him. And turns out he's a comedy promoter who was going to have a show in that bar later that month.
Right.
And apparently I had him laughing so hard. He was like, dude, you got to do my comedy show. I'm like, dude, I'm not a comedian. But I thought about it later on. And me and my buddy Drano told me I should do it. And I did it because the prize was like $25 for third place, $50 and $100 for first. And I won third place my first time up.
Nice.
I just went up there and told short jokes for 3 minutes. I only had 3 minutes. Then I started thinking like, man, that'd be nice to, if I'm funny, then maybe I could go around winning some money as a little side hustle. I kept doing it. And then I started winning. I started winning. I would go find like which bar is, they giving away $50 over there. Contest or whatever. Dude, it was just like duck to water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you're addicted. You can't turn that. Plus you come from a theatrical background of performing, so.
Yeah, I didn't even look at it like that. I don't know. I know in the beginning stages I didn't have any material, and I couldn't figure out how can anybody be funny longer than like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That was an eternity. 5 minutes felt like an hour, dude.
Now 15 minutes goes by in lightning speed, 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So how long you been a performing stand-up comic now?
Almost 25 years.
25 years in the game?
24 plus, yeah.
How long ago you started performing on ships?
So in 2013, I came in third place at the Seattle International Comedy Festival. And when I came in third place, I got invited to Ventura Comedy Club in California. And I got signed to the cruise ship deals. And nobody ever hired me or called me or worked me. None of the agents. In the middle of 2018, I revisited doing comedy on the cruise ships because I heard they paid good.
Yeah, we get paid good.
And excuse me, 2 of my buddies were doing it. One of which was in the comedy festival in 2013. And I was like, if he's doing it, then maybe I got a shot at doing it.
That's right. It's the way we all think. Mm-hmm.
You know? So I called my other buddy, Keith. Shout out Keith Bender. You know Keith Bender? He's hilarious, man.
I don't think I know who he is, Keith Bender. Sounds familiar.
He does comedy. I don't think he does them with the company we're at. But either way, he said, hey, man, you should call this agency. And I called that agency, and then I called the one that I knew that had called me back in 2013. And they were like, hey, how you doing? I said, hey, I've got a company that's interested in me doing cruise ships. They were like, who? What? No, wait. Hold on. Come with us.
Yeah.
Just like that. And so in 2018, they said, come with us. I think I went on, my first cruise ship was Norwegian in Thanksgiving. So it was a gig nobody wanted to really do. I was filling in, something like that.
Right.
They lost all my luggage. I had no luggage the whole week.
Uh-oh.
Great way to start off. I was like, what the heck is this?
Can't even brush your teeth.
Couldn't do nothing, man. And then, so I did 2019. And then I caused the pandemic in 2020 so that we couldn't cruise. I was bragging about how much money I was going to make and where I was going to go. And so I caused the pandemic in 2020. And then we came back at it in the end of 21. Yeah. So 19, 21, 22, 23, 24.
About 6 years.
25. Yeah.
And you do mostly Royal?
Now I do. I told Norwegian never call me again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would say this is the best cruise line in the business. Royal Caribbean. I only do Royal Caribbean. I did 3 to 4 lines for a little while. Then when I started doing Royal Caribbean and I started to meet everybody here, I figured, I don't really need to do all the other ones. I still do land tours. So this is enough.
Yeah.
And we get treated really, really well.
Yeah,
and
it's like
we
a
get
family in a lot of
Yeah, it is. Everybody here is happy normally. You get along with everybody. Plus, you get to see the world.
Yeah, that's
Pick a
been
port
the
and you're
most
going.
amazing thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday we were out in Cozumel, Mexico. It was a great, great day. You get to go to the beach. And when you're done, you come back on the ship, tell some jokes at night, start it all over again the next day. And, me personally, I like to do land shows and I want to do acting. So I've got a couple of projects in the can. Hopefully they're going to do really well in the movies and in theaters and on television. And I like to work with guys who are, let's say, the opposite of what I do, yet can't say it's similar, but it's different. We have different vibes, different rhythms, a totally different cadence, which can make you laugh your ass off when you're wondering where the other comedian's going to go with this. And then you're like, oh, shit, I should have thought of that.
Yeah, man, you got a very strong voice and stage presence, man. And so it wasn't any surprise to me that once you told me that you was an actor. Because a lot of comedians are actors, but I could see that with you.
I started in the business as an actor. That's all I ever wanted to do. So when I started doing stand-up, I said, all right, I'll play the role of a comic as an actor.
Yeah, stand-up for me. So if I never wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
No.
And then even now, I'm just like, I'm doing stand-up so that eventually I can go to acting. So I can get an acting
And you
job.
will. And you will. You never know.
Then I found that you have to do it all yourself
shit,
nowadays.
Man. I wonder what happened to my video.
Oh, your screen timer.
What the hell was that? I have plenty of time. Still
Yes.
rolling. Okay.
Screen time down.
Little glitch.
We still rolling?
Yeah. Take 2. No, we'll fix that. So now what's the future? What are we doing? Where you going?
Man, in 2020, I went to film school. Got done with film school in LA, down on Broadway, and learned how to make my own comedy special, produce it, schedule it, film it, and everything. And I just got it done. It's called Wise Beyond His Size. Tyrone Hawkins' first debut comedy special, baby.
Plug that shit. Tell everybody.
Yeah.
Tell everybody.
Man, I feel like I that was like my dream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, sometimes if people won't let you in their group, you got to start your own group.
You start your own group. You do your own thing. And
Yeah.
before you know it, you don't need the people anyway.
Yeah.
You keep on firing away. He's
Keep
a great
hitting them
stand-up comedian, folks. You got to watch this guy. He
Thank
created his own YouTube channel, created his own video, does all his own social media. He's just a genius, and on stage, his writing is impeccable. His timing is very, very different than almost anything I've ever seen. When you think, while I'm watching him, I think, okay, where's he going to go with this? Where's he going to go? Oh, he went there. Holy shit, I had no idea he was going to go down that street. And it's really, really wonderful. And he's very, very clean. He also does jokes that stick in your head for the rest of your life. I mean, I can't get in the elevator without saying, Deck 9. We get those catchphrases.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to stop. He's going to be an unbelievable actor. You're going to see him all over the films and television and TV and stuff like that. You're always going to see him doing stand-up. And if you're ever jumping on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, you want to see Tyrone Hawkins. Tell everybody where they can find you on all social media platforms.
If you just put hashtag Tyrone Hawkins, Tyrone, Hawk like the bird, HAWKINS, you are all the way in the game. ComedyRoneZone.com is where you can see my Super Bowl Doritos commercials. Man, that changed the game for me. I got a Pepsi commercial on there. I got my full 1 hour comedy special on there.
And it's free right now to watch?
Yeah, man.
On the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
What's your YouTube channel?
My YouTube handle is Tyrone3000.
Tyrone3000. Catch his show. You can watch it now for free. Catch it before you can't get it for free because you're bumping it up to Amazon?
Bumping it up right now, going through filmhub.com so that we can shop to Amazon Prime, Hulu, and the other distributors.
And Netflix.
Netflix, come get me, baby.
We got to get going. I want to thank my guest, Tyrone Hawkins, for coming down the basement and hanging out with us and performing with me, along with our fellow entertainer, Simeon Kirklees. We've been on the Star of the Seas, a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, the largest ship in the world. We're still here.
Baby.
2 more days. We're here 30 days. It's time to get out of here.
We got our reps in.
Oh, shit. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, let's thank my producer, Tatiana Bluchel, for always making sure we have a great guest come down to the basement. And she produces this show, comes out every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, exclusively on my YouTube channel, which is Mike Marino Live on YouTube, also Spotify, and Italian American Radio out of New York City. Remember, let's make America Italian again. You know my motto. You don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my podcasts? By saying the same thing along with my guest. Don't take no shit from nobody. No, we're professionals. Let's do that again. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's don't take no shit from nobody.
Gotcha.
It's because it's on the back of the shirt. Ready?
Don't take no shit from nobody.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Ready.
Don't take no shit from nobody.
That was better.
Hey folks, thanks for watching live from my mother's basement. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you did, hit the word like and leave me a really cool comment. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the future episodes and you can watch some of the funniest videos on the internet. You can also listen to the show on Spotify or your favorite podcast app.